Hey everyone, it's Ben. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. And I just wanted to do a video. This is something I promised a user I would do. The user's name is Zooma126. He contacted me last week and asked if I would review a short film that he did called Jersey Devil. Now, with me doing reviews, I mean, I'm happy to do it and everything, but I'm not one of these people on YouTube that just like to slam people. I feel like everybody has an artistic bug in them, and I don't think it's my place to tell somebody if they're right or wrong. All I can do is say how I felt about something and give you an honest personal opinion. And also, I'm not just going to say what I hated about it or what I loved about it. I'll give both sides. And like I said, this is honest 100%, and this is my opinion of the film that I just watched. It's a very short film. It's only about 29 minutes. And, like I said, it was directed by Zooma126. And pretty much the story opens, and it's an explanation of what the Jersey Devil is. Gives a little bit of background. It's all done in captions, so, there's no action going on at this point. And then from there, you cut to Hillside, New Jersey in 1985. Where the story picks up from that point, you have Sandy, who's played by Kat Torres. She's talking to her friend Jen, who's played by Jennifer, sorry if I pronounced this wrong, Aguirre? Okay, sorry. About a party that they're going to that night. From there, you sort of have a little bit of exposition into Sandy, her getting ready for the party. You also have a character named Mikey who shows up. There's a little bit of a suspense part there where you think somebody knocks at her door. She goes to the door, there's no one there. And then all of a sudden he springs out, kind of trying to, like a shock scare kind of scene. From there, they get picked up by Marvin and Will. Once they pick up the rest of the party, people that are going to the party, they proceed to take off. They end up getting stranded when their car runs out of gas, and the action picks up from that point regarding the Jersey Devil kind of making the appearance. Now, first off, I wanted to talk about the performances. I felt that Sandy, again played by Kat Torres, and the character of Marvin, played by Mike Cabezas, excuse me. So Mike Cabezas, and also the character of the Devil, the Jersey Devil, played by Fernando Zumaran Jr., were the strongest. Each one of these people brought something to the performances. Instead of just acting, through the parts, they actually brought personality and made them interesting to watch. I felt like the young boy who played the Jersey Devil was very menacing, especially in several scenes where there were close-ups of him. With regards to things I was a little confused about with regards to the story and what it was trying to be, I felt like there was a lot of build-up and very little payoff. As I said, there was one scene where Sandy opens the door, there's no one there, and then Mike just springs out. There was a few scenes that were kind of like that where it was build-up and not very much payoff, in my opinion. I just felt like if you're going to do something like that, there should be a little bit more of a payoff than there was. I also felt there was an overuse of 80s references. Yes, it's set in 1985, but I felt like there's a scene where it's like a lot of MTV flashes. There's also like a lot of people just talking about different artists, and I felt like it was kind of overdone. The point of this movie is to be a scary film, or that was my opinion of it, and I felt like it was just a little bit overdone with the musical references and like some of the other references to like MTV and things like that. The other thing that kind of stood out for me was Sandy's dancing scene. It's after she gets off the phone with Jen and she's getting ready for the party, and she puts on music and she just starts dancing. It just sort of made me kind of unclear on what Zoma was what the film was trying to be here. Is it trying to be a parody? Is it trying to be funny? Is it trying to be serious? This scene just sort of stood out, and I didn't think it didn't help the narrative. The other thing was the bum of the woods character that seems to be kind of like the Jersey Devil's sidekick or maybe somebody, a spirit, somebody that he had already, dispatched earlier and was kind of working for him, almost like a demon or something like that. I didn't understand that character at all. And just when he pops up, I don't know who he is, and it kind of just stands out for me. Just not a big fan of that one. And finally, I didn't feel like the legend was part of the narrative enough outside of the opening. When you look at films like Blair Witch or Friday the 13th or Halloween, people know about the legend and they talk about it. So I felt like these kids not knowing anything about this, yet it's established very early, with the opening in the film, talking about the legend of the Jersey Devil. I felt like none of them knowing about it, yet all of these things have happened over the course of centuries and decades. Them not knowing anything about it and not referencing it while they're stranded, I thought that could have been maybe a nice touch. Aside from that, like I said, I do think there were some strong performances. And I'm going to go into some other strengths of the film. I thought the atmosphere was very good. There's a couple of really creepy scenes. The score was very well used, especially in the opening, setting the mood of what the Jersey Devil legend is, and then also the opening credits I thought were very good. There was the scene where the Jersey Devil appears on the hood of the car as it's panning through the kids in the car, and then you see the Jersey Devil staring back at them. Very, very good scene. I think that was my favorite scene in the movie. More of that. I think that really set the tone of the film and the atmosphere. Also, the eerie laughter that Marvin hears as he's leaving the car to go get gas. That was creepy. And then the stalking of the kids in the car, like I said, there's a couple of scenes, and I think this was what Zooma was trying to do, was like something was outside the car and was panning around the car. So watching them as they were talking and carrying on. Very good use of camera. And also very atmospheric, very, very unnerving. So I think if you play to those strengths, and like I said, the weaknesses are just my opinion. I will put a link to the film in the description. If other people that come visit my page want to check it out, tell me what you think, and let Zooma know. Because obviously he's interested in becoming a filmmaker or doing something with film, because he did put a lot of time into this. It wasn't something he just threw together. He's obviously trying to do something in film, and I commend him for that. It's hard to do a film. I've done student films in college. I've written screenplays. It's not easy. You're putting your heart out there, if this is something you really care about. So again, this is my opinion of the film. To give it an overall grade from what I'd seen, I'd give it about a B. But again, that's my opinion. I do think there's something to be said about the performances and the strengths. If you work out some of the weaknesses or the things that stood out to me that didn't fit within the film, I think you got a good little solid film there. So great job. And like I said, people check out the film, give Zooma some feedback, and let me know what you think about this review.